Hello and welcome, my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group reading for my water sign zodiac friends, where we're going to explore the year to come. As we end 2019 and head into 2020, we are given the opportunity to really forward plan. This mapping out process is fantastic with tarot. What we're going to explore in this reading is what the next 12 months are going to hold for my water sign zodiac friends. Now, I did a mapping session for all my zodiac friends in Halloween. I've reworked the spread that I used for the Halloween reading. So this is the spread that I'm going to use throughout this reading. I've reworked it. Not only are we going to look at what the month is going to hold for you, we're also going to look at those blessings, because blessings are a fantastic piece to help us raise our vibration and focus in on when things are becoming a bit challenging. I'm not really going to refer to the spread throughout the reading, as it's the same three positions, the same three cards for each month. We're going to look at the month, the challenge, and the blessing. I will have a link below to this spread. So if you're looking at doing a mapping session for yourself, you can refer to this spread at a later date. Alright, my water sign zodiac friends, let's see what the cards have to say for you today. Oh, before I get too far, I should mention the deck I'm using for this reading. This is the Smith-Waite Centennial Edition Tarot. So it's created by Pamela Coleman Smith. And then I'm also going to be getting the blessing from the Energy Oracle. And like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, we're going to start off with the year. What card represents 2020 for my water sign zodiac friends? Alright, my friends, you get a couple jumpers here. Alright, so your first jumper, my water sign zodiac friends, the Ace of Wands. You're really going to see 2020 give you that spark, that ignition you're looking for. The aces are always a gift, and that's what we're looking at, that gift of passion and creativity. You're really going to be able to connect into that solar plexus and really work from that place of passion, creativity, and of course, we can't forget, the courage and determination. So that's going to be a fantastic energy to really embrace. With the Ace of Wands, he had a friend, the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups, not only are they usually sevens a challenge card, they're also a victorious card. Now, the Seven of Cups is a little bit different than a standard 7 minor arcana. The Seven of Cups brings about that mystery and uncertainty. This is the Seven Deadly Sins card. We're looking at, not only are you going to have that passion and creativity, with it is going to bring some real uncertainty. That uncertainty is really going to lie in your abilities and skill levels. The Seven of Cups will spill out into different areas of your life, but it's really going to be your abilities that you're going to have a lot of uncertainty in. So that's the overall atmosphere of 2020. You are going to have that uncertainty. However, you will have that courage and determination to overcome it. It's not going to be debilitating or causing an over amount of problems or situations. What you're going to be doing is really being able to overcome it with using that determination, that solar plexus chakra. Let's go on to the challenge. What challenge, oh, we got jumpers already, will my water sign zodiac friends face in 2020? Okay. So these guys jumped out the minute I grabbed the cards. The first one, the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Pam drew these knights, and she was very specific. He's very steadfast. He has sown this field. He has worked hard. He's the hardworking knight, and usually it's that close to home type work, where those other knights are focused in on those different journeys. They're riding into action, they're riding into battle. One of the big challenges, not only do we have that uncertainty, it's going to be really having that drive to get the work done. We'll be really excited to start. However, that longevity piece is going to be a bit of a bear for us, because we're not going to want to keep ourselves going. That motivation will wane. All right, and then with him, jump the Five of Wands. Now, fives are always a conflictual number. The Wands about that inner fire and passion. So we're going to be starting off with a bang. You're going to be like, yeah, this project's great. And then you're going to start to really not get that determination to get it done. There's so much work that needs to be achieved. And we also will have conflicting views and passions. Some of that confliction will come from other individuals telling you that, oh, this is a better thing to do, or no, do it my way. However, the biggest challenge is going to be those inner voices, that inner committee of self-doubt. And like I said, you're going to have that as a challenge, that kind of uncertainty of your abilities. Your ego is going to pick up and really challenge you this year. Really challenge what you think not only can you do, but it's going to bring up a lot of past stuff to really cause confusion and add to this uncertainty. So it slows down your progression and your evolution. Not exactly a fun thing to try and overcome, however, manageable, because it's your ego, low vibration. When you start to hit into those low vibrations, you can pull yourself out by focusing in on some positive, acknowledging that this is your ego, and really trying to maintain that positive, high vibrational energy. So let's look at a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace for 2020? All right. What a fantastic card. Rest and rejuvenation. Really giving yourself some time to care for you and not get too bogged down with that overworked and exertion. You don't want to expend everything right at the beginning. It's how we're going to kind of want to feel, but pace yourself. Giving yourself that self-care will help really ignite this knight and kind of turn him a little bit so he can be an ally rather than an obstacle. The rest and rejuvenation will also start to calm this conflictual energy that's going to be a challenge for you. The big piece for 2020 is going to be taking care of you and loving you. All right, now we're going to start off on the months. We're going to do the same type of positioning, the overview, the challenge, and then also a blessing for each month. We're going to start off on January. Woo! We've got jumpers. I didn't even get the question out. What card symbolizes January for my water sign zodiac friends? Okay, you had a number of jumpers that decided that they wanted to greet the table. The first one, the Queen of Wands. She's probably, I adore this queen. She's so fantastic. She is owning herself. And that's what January is going to really be about. It's really connecting into this Ace of Wands and owning who you are and really igniting not only your solar plexus but your sacral. And we also have to realize these cards were created in the early 1900s. In the early 1900s, women did not sit with their knees apart. That's highly suggestive. So the Queen of Wands is just owning herself, owning her sensuality and sexuality. And that energy is what we're really going to tap into. That owning who we are and connecting and really working with and nurturing not only our solar plexus, but our sacral, because our sacral deals with that creative, sensual energy. And she's really connected into that, embracing things in that energy of creativity and passion. So with that lovely queen jumped her consort, the King of Wands. He's the fully developed personality of the wand. He has the most control, the most abilities. He is spurring his wife on, and he is really encouraging and supporting that energy. Now we have that duality here, that female and male energy, the yin and the yang. It's going to be really important that not only are you connecting into that feminine nurturing energy, but we are looking at that very passion, hardcore male energy as well. With our beautiful, beautiful monarch there, we have the Four of Swords. Very, very much connected into the 19 card here, that oracle, that rest and rejuvenation. The Four of Swords is the rest and rejuvenation card. Talking about taking that time for you, really connecting into this beautiful monarch so that you can embrace those energies. You can nurture yourself, and in some cases, nurture that relationship, because we do have the king and queen. So in some cases, my water sign zodiac friends, that relationship aspect is going to be important. Connecting in, and part of that rest and rejuvenation will be working on the sexuality and the sensuality. Let's see who dares to take on the Queen and the King of Wands. What is your challenge for my water sign zodiac friends in January? Oh, and again we have jumpers. Woohoo! I love it when they jump out because there's no question. They hit the table. We have the Six of Wands. You guys are getting a lot of the wands. So far we have, out of 14, we have 5. The Six of Wands is a victory card. Sixes are about harmony and balance. And that harmony and that balance is what's going to be kind of a challenge for you. We're going to be wanting to keep our eye on the prize and not really tapping into that rest and rejuvenation. This inner fire and passion is going to ignite and push us forward. Yes, we want to go forward. However, this rest and rejuvenation, this is the second time we've seen it. January, we're really setting some boundaries and baseline for ourselves. Rest and rejuvenation, that self-care and love, is going to be very important for you in 2020. So starting off, it's got to be really implemented in day 1. So that get up and go, that need for victory, that need for success is going to be very high for you, especially since we had that wand come out right away, that Ace of Wands, which is that spark or ignition of passion. The King and Queen are picking it right up. We need to slow down to really embrace that rest, that self-care. To add to that, the Sun is getting his high horse going. The Knight of Wands really talks about that action space. We're really looking at wanting to get ourselves going. That ignition has happened. We want to go, 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 go. Knights are that adolescent energy, that high octane energy that isn't afraid to take on challenges, even though we may not have a challenge in our presence. Now we do have double knights, and they're both being a challenge for us. They're both an obstacle. That adolescent energy is going to really need to be tamed, not only in 2020, but especially in January. So in angel messages, when we see that double knight, and knights are the 12th card in the minor arcana, the angels are telling us that it is a time of spiritual growth and awakening. For my water sign zodiac friends, it's going to be really important that we slow down, especially in January, so that we are able to look at that healing space and nurturing ourselves so that we can really enjoy this spiritual awakening and development you're looking at. right, let's go on to a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace January? The Temple Path. The Queen and King will help you determine the best course of action. You're going to get a lot of guidance and support from those higher vibrational beings on where it is you need to go. We need to slow down so that we can take this path. Paths are not usually just straight and narrow. They can twist and turn. We need to make sure we slow down so not only can you enjoy that journey, you don't miss that path change. All right, let's go on to February. What card symbolizes February for my water sign zodiac friends? That's the Page of Pentacles. Pages are that childlike, innocent energy. The Pentacles about growth and abundance. We're really looking at a time of exploration in February. That exploration is going to give us a deeper sense of ourselves, and we're able to strengthen our root system. The Pentacle is all about growth and abundance. As we focus in, and it goes back to this rest and rejuvenation we've been talking about, as we focus in on ourselves and care for ourselves, work with that healing aspect, and most importantly, ensuring we come from a grounded, centered space, we start to really nurture and strengthen the root system that we have, that connection to Gaia and the connection to the universe. When we strengthen those bonds, we are able to flourish and grow. We know we're looking at a time of spiritual growth and development. So the page really encourages you to look at things from a different perspective, kind of that inner child perspective, and connect in and allow yourself to expand not only your mind, but that root system. That root system is very much connected to your root chakra. In February, taking a little extra time and really nurturing and healing and working with your root chakra will help with that rest and rejuvenation and your overall healing and groundedness. Let's look at the challenge that February brings you. What challenge will my water sign zodiac friends face in February? The Ace of Swords. We're going to be given knowledge in February. Well, actually, we'll be given knowledge throughout. However, you're going to get some really strong pieces that are going to kind of want to push you forward again, because the page is going to evaluate and reflect their world, and that brings on that kind of inquisitive mind, that questioning, that exploration. The universe will, of course, respond to that energy and desire to want to learn. So you will be given pieces of information, and these pieces are going to be amazing. And you're going to want to, again, get going on them. Because our first card was the Ace of Wands, that ignition piece. And that's going to be the biggest challenge. We're looking at that knowledge really pushing you forward. One way that you can overcome this is by writing that information down so that you can pace yourself, because again, we're coming off the temple path here. This is our real deviation. We're going to want to get going. It sidetracks us, and our ego will be playing into this, making this look even better, because the ego doesn't want this evolution and transformation we're talking about. So really harnessing things back, bringing it back to that bare path. We want to keep ourselves very focused right now. Now we do have double aces. In angel messages, when you have that double one, it's a time where you need to start to believe in yourself and your abilities, trusting that this information will be used when it is needed. because we've got that basis, we've got that passion, that determination and courage to do so. All right, let's look at a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in February? Door to personal healing and happiness. We go back into that rest and rejuvenation. That healing is going to be really important. Yes, we need to strengthen that root system, and that's part of our healing, and that will bring in some of this happiness. We're going to feel very secure and very connected in February when we slow down and start to focus in on ourselves so that we are able to really take that next step forward for our development. All right, let's move on to March. What card symbolizes March for my water sign zodiac friends? Okay, so we had a jumper. The World. Beautiful card. The 21st card in the major arcana, and this is known as the Dancer. Now the Dancer really talks about those ending of a piece and a beginning of something new. And what's more, we're really looking at that next chapter piece, but embracing and celebrating all that you've achieved. Because in our journey of this lifetime, we're going to come to a lot of these little next stage cards where we're looking at going further, going on. However, that reflection piece, to really celebrate all that you've achieved, because we've achieved a lot. March is going to bring you that time, that gateway to that next stage. However, we need to reflect on not only what you've achieved in the last 3 months, but overall, where did you start from? Really kind of taking that personal reflection and review of your life so you have a better idea of what you want to achieve in this next stage. We can also, there's 4 kind of corners here. This represents the 4 minor suits. It reflects a lot of higher vibrational support. And that support is going to really help us because in tarot and in many numerology, 4 is a structural number, that foundation. We can gain guidance from our higher vibrational beings in March to help us really reconnect into this path, but take that next chapter to the next level. Let's look at the challenge. What challenge does my water sign zodiac friends face in March? Oh, we got more. We've got more. I do enjoy it when they hit the table and not the floor. Okay. We've got the 3rd night. So really talking about those multiple 12s, a time of spiritual growth and awakening. This is that knowledge piece. You're going to gain direction and insight. We're going to have all this fantastic information and you're going to want to go on it because it's going to be fantastic. It's like when you're starting the sequel to a book or the next book in a series. You're excited. You want to dive right in. Same thing. Really going to want to take that dancer's energy, that next stage energy, and run with it and just dive into that next piece. However, we need that stability, that structure. With the Knight, jump the 4 of Pentacles. That's going to be a really big challenge for us, is maintaining that stability, that structure. When we are looking at the 4 of Pentacles, Pentacles are about that growth and abundance. We're really looking at having an unstable foundation. I go back to that root system. Similar to a tree that hasn't taken root in its surroundings, if it's not strong enough, it will topple over in the wind. And that's exactly what will happen without that strong foundation. We need to slow down, really reflect on where it is we're coming from, so we know where we're going to go next. Now we do have double fours, the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. In angel numbers, that multiple 4, the angels are telling you that it is a time that you need to ground yourself and really work on that foundation. Alright, let's see what blessing we can find here. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in March? Happy family. It's a beautiful card. It's also the 4th card. Again, really highlighting that foundation piece. The family card talks about that familial and nurturing, positive relationships you have with your family members. Whether it be your immediate family, your extended family, those friends that you've adopted in, and more importantly, and most importantly, your astral family and your passed on loved ones. That happy family, those high vibrational, loving, nurturing energies will really help support you in creating this foundation you need, so that not only can you embrace what the dancer's going to hold for you, that next stage, it will also help you with that rest and rejuvenation. You're really strengthening that connection into Gaia and your stability. And the more stable we feel, the more connected we feel, the higher our vibration goes and the happier we and our family become. Let's move on to April. What card symbolizes April for my water sign zodiac friends? The Three of Wands. We get to move now. You've really been building up to this piece. It's kind of a crescendo, if you will. We have all these knights who want to get going and everybody that wants to go, 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 go. April is going to give you that opportunity to step through the threshold and get going on that. The Three of Wands is an action card. It is time to take your plan to the next level. Really, you've got your bags packed and we're ready to get going on some of this piece. You've got that passion piece. You've got your rest and rejuvenation started, so you've started to work on that healing. You've connected into your root system and really strengthened that. You've reflected in on all those past experiences and where you want to go. You've connected in to really help finite that map that you can create to take you to that next level. Right, what challenge will my water sign zodiac friends face April? Alright, so we had a couple jumpers. The first one, the Ace of Pentacles. We're going to start to question ourselves. Just like anything else, you start to question if you've, left the stove on, if you've packed enough socks. Anytime we start something new, we're going to have that self-doubt, and we already knew that was going to come up. And concerns that you may not be doing things right, that things are not going to be as amazing as you had hoped. You really start to feel the Seven of Cups come in and the Five of Wands. That conflictuary number has come back to bite us in the butt. We've got the ace here. We've now got 3 aces. Again, the angels are reminding you that this is a time to believe in yourself and your abilities. And that is the Sun. The Sun is the 19th card in the Major Arcana. It talks about that positivity and joy. And as an obstacle, the piece that really resonates with me is that too much of a good thing can be challenging. It's like you go into that manic state. You're so excited about that next step, and you really burn yourself out. You've got to remember, we've got the Knight of Pentacles as an obstacle. He's a challenge. We can really run ourselves down if we get ourselves going too quickly. Yes, the Sun talks about that supported, loving energy. However, the sun can really get us going. Just like when we were kids, we get the sun's up and we run. We really start in that get up and go. The sun wakes up, our eyes open, and we go, 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 go. And then we crash. We need a nap. Cranky. Same idea. So it'll be imperative that we pace ourselves and really take our time. This isn't a race. We're going to feel unstable and uncertain, so we're just going to want to dive in full steam ahead. We need to slow down so we don't burn out the night, and we're able to, again, enjoy what we're doing, because it can be really overwhelming and scary. Embracing that fear, acknowledging it, because our ego will really, again, be embracing these energies and taking it to that calmer space. Acknowledging, you know what? Yeah, there's a lot of unknown that can happen. However, I know I'm not alone. I've already acknowledged my supports in my family and my astral family and my guides and my guardian. I've got that support, so I'm not doing this alone. That acknowledgement piece can help to really turn the sun into an advantage point, because it's going to send out that positive, loving energy in a very intentional way. All right, let's look at a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace for April? The thinking woman. Again, I said you need to slow down that critical thinking in what it is that's happening, how your ego is impacting you, and how fear can really stimulate you into overdrive, which again will burn you out, and you're going to be at a point of stuckness, if you will, because you're going to feel overwhelmed by all that you're trying to achieve in a short period of time. All right, let's go on to May. What card represents May for my water sign zodiac friends? It's a beautiful card. Strength. She's the 8th card in the major arcana, and she talks about that inner determination and inner abilities. That's strength. And it's kind of hard to explain strength sometimes without using strength, because it's that energy that we have within. It's stored in our solar plexus chakra. So she uses her inner grr, if you will, to make amazing things happen, taming those beasts. And it's not just taming those beasts. He is so subservient to her. I know a lot of people think he's trying to eat her, but similar to your dog or cat, when you're doing something, they try and lick you, like saying, I love you, mommy, I love you, daddy. That's what he's doing. He's affectionately giving her kisses because she has tamed him. She has wooed him to a point of submission. She connects into the universal energy, so she has that added draw of the sun, so that you've got that universal energy really helping you and really giving you more energy so you're not burning out. She also has a hidden wreath between herself around her waist and around the lion's neck with this victory wreath. And it's that inner energy and those unknown talents that people don't recognize in you, your gifts and abilities that you've kind of hidden away, that every now and then you allow to poke out to create these amazing pieces, are going to really support you as you go into May. You're going to feel that you need to bring them out a little bit more. Kind of cracking your shield, if you will, so that you can make some amazing miracles happen in your world and the lives of people around you. Let's look at the challenge. What challenge do my water sign zodiac friends face in May? The Page of Swords. Now, like up here where we had the page that really was able to help us connect in and help us with our grounding, the Page of Wands is a little different. He is so excited to learn. It's kind of like kindergarten when you have all these little kids who are really excited. They're so wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and they're running around trying to absorb everything all at once. Again, we have that go, 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 when really this needs to be that very intentional and steady movement. The page is also going to misdirect us. His sword of truth and knowledge. He wields it with immaturity and the limited knowledge he has. He doesn't know how to go into battle like his brother. His brother's charging forward. His brother has figured out how to use his sword and is going to use it to his best advantage. He can barely lift it. So that very naive energy is trying to really wield something that is going to cause more confusion. He's very much connected into the Seven of Cups, where we have that illusion of understanding. We need to really go back to this page and ground ourselves, making sure we're coming from a space of very grounded, centered energy to take on those tasks, to kind of calm and critically reflect on what's really happening and what you need to achieve. We do have double pages, so we have the swords and the pentacles. The pages are the 11th card in the minor arcana. Now, the number 11 is a master number. What the angels are telling you is that you need to listen to your intuition. And that's going to be very key when it comes to how misdirecting the Page of Swords can and will be. All right, let's go on to a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace for May? The healer of the ages. Like I said, the strength card, by releasing those hidden and unknown, and it's not unknown to you, but unknown to the community's talents to create blessing, not only in your life, but in others, that's going to really bring out your abilities to not only heal you, but to heal others. That living a sense of true authenticity and who you truly are helps to raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, you start to draw in that universal energy, that healing love. And that healing love will help not only you heal you, because that's again something we're looking at this year. You're going to start to exude the same energy, because what you put out is what you get back. It's mirrored and reflected back to you. So you're going to be able to start to raise the vibration of those around you. So they're going to start to be able to heal themselves. So it's a fantastic domino effect for you, your loved ones, and those around you. Let's go on to June. What card symbolizes June for my water sign zodiac friends? The Knight of Cups. We have the fourth Knight coming up on the table. That energy of youth and adolescence is now coming to help us. Where in the past, we've really seen it as a bit of a challenge. In June, we're seeing a bit of a shift. This Knight will help us connect in to our intuition on a deeper level. We've been working on some of this healing piece and we're really starting our journey. The Knight of Cups talks about a time where you're going to be able to deepen and strengthen your connections with the higher vibrational beings. You're going to be able to strengthen your connection to your intuition and higher self. And that connection and relationship is going to be important throughout the rest of the year and the rest of the decade. Of course, we now have 4 Knights, so the Knights being the 12th card. We're looking at that spiritual growth and awakening really hitting a high note in June for you. Let's look at the obstacle. What obstacle will my water sign zodiac friends face in June? This is a beautiful card. This deck was really created by and had a lot of information and input from Pamela Coleman Smith. This is another version of the Lovers that she did. So this is a kind of a bonus Lovers, if you will. There's a couple bonus cards like this. So that intimate relationship is going to try and step in. So if you are in a current relationship, you're going to find that your partner becomes a little bit more needy at this stage. The Knight of Cups is also known as Lancelot or Romeo, that very loving and romantic knight. So you're going to start to exude that kind of energy of romance and sensuality. We're going back to that passion piece, and that's going to pique the interest of a partner. Now, if you're in a relationship, your partner, like I said, will become needy and really attracted to you and wanting your time and attention. If you're not in a relationship, don't be surprised if people are attracted to you, again, trying to be with you and connect into that energy. We're attracted to energies of high vibration, and that's what the Knight is really encouraging us for. So the Lovers is a bit of a challenge because you don't want to push away other people. It's going to be maintaining that balance. We don't want to do a soul spiritual month where all you're focusing in on is that soul development or spiritual development. We need to balance out that loving nature and those romances and friendships that we have, those intimate connections. This intimate connection is also an important facet throughout the next year or next 6 months. We're looking at an important connection, whether it be an established one or one that you're going to find. Like I said, if you're not in a relationship, June really gives you the opportunity to put yourself out there. This is an energy that people are very attracted to. Let's look at a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in June? The goddess of the moon, that loving, nurturing energy. That divine feminine energy will really help with not only healing and working on ourselves and that connection, but it's also going to really support those relationships and that intimate connection. I didn't mention before, we do have doubles. We have the 6th card in the Major Arcana, the Lovers, and then we also have the 6 of Wands. In angel messages, when you're looking at that double 6, you're looking at a time where you need to balance your physical and spiritual self. Again, going back to that balance, your relationship with a partner or potential partner is going to be key, like I said, not only for the end of the year, but as we go on throughout the decade. All right, let's go on to July. What card symbolizes July for my water sign zodiac friends? This card jumped out. It's the Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail. July really brings you a time where you're going to be able to focus in on that really important aspect of your journey. We're kind of swinging up into an upward curl here. The Ace of Cups talks about that not only continued work on your intuition and connections, but we're going to be connecting into the Ace of Wands here, that creativity and passion. The cup also symbolizes creativity. It's an intuitive creativity, and that intuition is going to be key. That's why the Knight was drawn before it. We really need to connect into that creative center, so your sacral chakra, and the universe through your crown chakra, so that you're able to literally have that creative energy flow. And now I've said in past videos, creativity does not equal to fine arts. Creativity can span aspects of your life. There are people who are very analytical, who are very creative through working with numbers and programming things. Whatever way you feel passionate about expressing your feelings, your emotions, and getting that creativity out is what July is talking about. We do have another ace, so we've got now 3 wands. We've got the sword, the wand, and the cup. Angel messages for ones that you need to start to believe in yourself and, most importantly, your abilities. Let's look at the challenge. What challenge will my water sign zodiac friends face in July? We've got another page, the Page of Cups. That innocent, naive energy is back. We've got it in the cups now, so that intuitional creativity is going to be running amok. You're going to find that creative intuition being spurred on at different times, and sometimes it's not time that you can actually connect into your creativity. You're going to find that literally it feels like the water behind the page there, where it's really up and down. Your emotions are going to be really flowing because you've got that naive energy really overpowering and overshadowing the Ace of Cups there, that Holy Grail. The important piece will be reeling him in. Again, I go back to his cousin here, the Page of Pentacles, that creative ability to strengthen that root system and ground yourself and center yourself. The more centered you are and the more grounded you are, the less topsy-turvy this page will feel. Let's go on to a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in July? Blossoming abundance. The more we are able to connect in to our creative intuition and to our creative center, the more we're going to plant seeds that are really going to ripen through the latter part of the year. That abundance will really start to come up and support us as we transition and move forward. Similar to any crop, you need time and energy for things to grow. They need to be nurtured so that they get that root system and that they were able to flourish and thrive. Similar to the pieces that we're going to connect in July, we're going to start to see abundance start to slowly trickle in. As you nurture these abilities and skills, the more they're going to be able to create in your life. Also, the more time and energy you give in July in that creative endeavor, the less time you're micromanaging the universe. So the universe can step in and say, oh, let's make some amazing shifts, adding in new pieces that we didn't know existed because we can't see them. We don't have that grand scheme picture where the universe does. So they're able to support us and help us grow and help more prosperity and more manifestation in our lives. All right, let's go on to August. Full swing summer. What card symbolizes August for my water sign zodiac friends? The Three of Hearts, the heartache card. There's not a lot of interpretation to this card. This card means heartache. It means a challenge. Pam was very clear on what this card would mean. So we're looking at a time in August where past heartache, and sometimes in some situations we're going to be looking at new heartaches coming up, and very much connected into the lovers of June, where we're looking at that love aspect kind of really niggling our heart chakra and those emotions. Now we do have multiple threes in angel messages. When you see that multiple three, you're looking at a time where you need to express something very close to your heart. And literally, that expression will be key to overcoming those challenges that are going to be brought up in August on those lower vibrational energies. Those feelings, those sadness, the remorse, those fears. That's low vibrational energy. When we start to express them, we start to release them a bit more. When we release them and we start to focus in on the positive, and I totally understand and agree. It can be really hard sometimes to focus in on the positive when you're really feeling that sorrow and pain. But as you start to release them and express what's close to our heart, we are able to release a little bit. We are able to start to shift our vibration back to a higher vibration rather than that of a lower. All right, let's look at the challenge. What challenge will my water sign zodiac friends face in August? And that's the Six of Swords. This is another movement card, moving from the kind of really rapid and choppy waters to a very calm water. There's kind of a double catch here. The Six talks about really struggling to move from that choppy, painful place. The Six really talks about struggling to come from that choppy pain space to that calmer water, that calmer time, raising our vibration, if you will. It goes back to how the Three of Swords is really going to impact us and how we're going to feel about it. All those lower vibrational energies are really going to slow us down. Those swords are going to feel very heavy and the boat will not move very far. However, the less weight those swords carry, the more the boat will be able to move forward. It's not so much of like an overt challenge, whereas it's really highly connected into that main situation in August, the Three of Swords. Now, big piece, we're not doing this alone. Again, it goes back to all those high vibrational beings and your family and friends. You are not going to have to do this alone. We need to connect into that support system to help alleviate some of that weight of the Three Swords so that we are able to move past this pain piece. Let's look at a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in August? Sorry, this card jumped out and it was face up. I'm not sure if it hit the camera or not. But door to spirit. That astral family and your spirit guides and your guardian are going to be essential to help you overcome that. I really enjoy it when the cards are really supporting what it is I just said. That connection into your support systems, especially your guardian, your guides, your archangels. Archangel Shamuel said, call on him. He helps to heal that heartache pain. You can have Archangel Raphael come in and help try and heal some of it as well. Like I said, you're not alone. You don't have to do this alone. All right, let's move on to September. What card symbolizes September for my water sign zodiac friends? Okay. The Six of Pentacles. Sixes are a balancing card. They're about balance and harmony. I said that before earlier in the read. The Six of Pentacles. Pentacles about that growth and abundance. What we're looking at in September is really balancing out all those needs in your life. Not only people, but that spiritual growth, that physical growth, and your emotional development. All those different aspects of yourself, making sure that we have balanced energy, time, and commitment for them. It goes back down to that rest and rejuvenation. We can't burn ourselves out. We need to really balance that energy and making sure that all those facets of ourselves are functioning in that high vibration. We're coming off a heartache here. We really need to nurture different aspects of ourselves. And we tie back into the multiple six. So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Six of Wands. That multiple six really reminds us of the importance of balancing our thoughts between our physical and spiritual worlds. Let's look at the challenge. What challenge will my water sign zodiac friends face in September. The Hanged Man, the 12th card in the Major Arcana, the Let It Go card. Our biggest challenge in September is going to be letting go of that heartache, letting go to those connections, and letting go of those pieces. Some of us, like I said, will have that very fresh heartache, and moving forward can really seem like something that is impossible. Like I said, we have connections in. We have energy connections. They're a high vibrational connection between different beings. They're an astral connection. We can't see them. They're a tether. They bind two people together, or a person in a situation, or a person in a place. That can really bog us down. And especially when we're dealing with that heartache piece, we can really still be connected to emotionally and energetically to other people. Fantastic support. And like I said, Archangel Chamuel and Raphael will really help with that healing piece. You can also bring in Archangel Michael if you're struggling. His sword, and he has an amazing sword, can help to sever those connections. Archangel Raphael and Chamuel can come in and help heal them. You will feel a lot less of this burden, and you will feel like you can possibly take those next steps forward and start to really heal and love yourself. There is a bit of a catch. That individual is going to know, and for some unknown reason wants to connect in with you. The minute you start to reconnect in with them, even just remotely through something like Facebook or any social media, you reconnect that tether. So really it's a severing of connection between you and them. So being mindful of what's happening. If it's an energy or a person that you need to sever yourself from, making sure that you sever all ties. Facebook, all those social medias. Making sure that you don't respond to texts or phone calls. Because, like I said, it will reconnect them to you. And then you need to go through that disconnection stage with Michael again. Let's look at a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in September? Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. I absolutely adore Archangel Metatron. He is a very husky, large archangel that's like a teddy bear. It's fantastic. Now your sixth chakra is your third eye chakra. Archangel Metatron, and there's a number of archangels who would help you open up that third eye. It's part of that letting go piece and truly seeing things for what they are, or seeing people for who they are. Archangel Metatron can really help, especially if you happen to be a crystal child, and it doesn't matter your physical age, you can still be a crystal child. There are crystal children that started to come in as early as 1930s, 1940s, and all the way up. Most children born now are a crystal, indigo, there's so many names for them. They're highly connected into that energetic level. Archangel Metatron kind of has a passion for working with these gifted people, and in many cases, children. So calling him into the mix will help. And if you don't know which archangel you need, call on whichever one you remember. If all you can ever remember is Archangel Michael, call him. It doesn't matter. They're not going to take it personally if you don't remember who exactly does what, and you can't remember all their names. There are a lot more archangels than we give credit to. So if you called on Metatron or Michael and said, I can't remember who I need, but this is what I need, please help me, they will ensure not only will the appropriate archangel and angels show up, they can connect into the dragons, the unicorns, and any other high vibrational being for your greater good to help you heal and move forward. All right, let's go on to October. What card symbolizes October? Woo. Got a couple jumpers there for my water sign zodiac friends. Oh, we have more. Oh, great. One actually hit the floor now. Okay. Oops. The first card. It's a great card. The first card in the major arcana, the Magician. Using your natural skills and abilities with the everyday elements, combining it with that universal energy to literally make magic happen. It's a fantastic card. It talks about when you start to use your true gifts and abilities that you are going to be able to manifest and create amazing prosperity in your life. Again, we're looking at it adding into all these aces. So we go back into that angel message of truly believing in yourself and your abilities. With it, jump the moon. Now the moon is the 18th card in the major arcana. It speaks about that fear and those unknown pieces. Also connects into your intuition. So that fear and unknown, those scary pieces start to come up again. Really connecting in to the 7 here. Those unknown elements and aspects can really start to trigger and come up. October offers us an amazing gate. This is a gatekeeper. There's a number of major arcana that have pillars around or behind the figure, and they're considered gatekeepers. This is a gatekeeper of that next step, that hidden stage, those mysteries that are lying ahead of us. And in October, we're looking at that thinning of the veil. So we're really looking at our ego starting to play up because we've got a lot of uncertainty and unknown happening. Tapping into our abilities and skills, and more importantly, our solar plexus for that courage and determination to overcome those scaries. Because our ego will catch on those scaries and really try to push back and slow the magician and his encouragement. And with it, jump the 2 of Wands, the last of the jumpers. That duality and choice is going to be important. We're going to be faced with many obstacles and challenges. It's going to be using, again, that solar plexus that's connected into the wand to encourage that movement, to make those choices so that we are able to see a bit more movement and we're able to embrace what October can offer us. And that's that connection in, that strengthening of our skills and abilities. And plus we're going through a gate. It's kind of getting to that next chapter high point, if you will, where the hero is literally at a crossroads. All right, let's look at the challenge. What challenge will my water sign zodiac friends face in October? The Lovers, they've returned. Like I said, we get, there's a few bonus cards in this deck. So we now have the Lovers coming up again. The 6th card in the major arcana. So now we have 4 6s on the table. That importance of balancing the physical and spiritual worlds is really going to be imperative. That duality in 2 has come up again. That importance of connection is going to be key. That individual, that special someone in your life, or if you don't have a special someone, again, we're looking at a really good opportunity to work on that area of your life. We've got that balancing piece again, is going to come up. Like I said, this relationship, these lovers are important. We've got Archangel Raphael here. We're coming off the 3 of Swords. That connection and intimacy is going to be really important. Really nurturing and giving your time and energy to this aspect along with your skills and your abilities. Let's look at a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in October? The door to romance. It's the multiple 3, 33. We've got 3s on the table. That need to express something close to our heart. That door to romance, that connection to intimacy is going to be very important for you. October is usually not known for a love month. However, for my water sign zodiac friends, it's going to be a month where you can really tap into this sacral, that sensuality, that passion center that the Ace of Wands is offering us. All right, let's go on to November. What card symbolizes November for my water sign zodiac friends? It's 8 of Wands. It's hard to see in this card, but these wands are in movement. They're coming from the heavens and descending to the earth. This talks about really getting your passions in gear and seeing some movement. Again, we've got another month where we can start to get things going. The more connected we feel to the magician and how much we are able to get through the moon, we'll really talk about that, how much movement and prosperity we will see in the 8. Also, the more you are connected into the lovers and that intimate romantic relationship, you're going to see will also ignite that 8. That balance will be key for you. All right, let's see what the challenge is for November for my water sign zodiac friends. The 9 of Wands. 9s are about all that you've achieved in your life, all that abundance. The 9 of Wands talks about not backing down. It also talks about kind of feeling a little bit beat up along the way. That exhaustion point is coming. We're starting to burn the night out. This movement needs to be very intentional and very planned. Being mindful of that frazzled feeling that you have. Because we start to, again in November, we're just coming off of this, that height of the kind of Christmas demand, that holiday demand that we get in. Our friends and family need things from us. They like to stay happy. And sometimes that happiness can really kind of feel frazzly for us. So making sure that we do stand our grounds, and there are 8 fantastic wands behind him. Those boundaries will be essential. The more you have these positive boundaries in your life, the less frazzled you're going to feel. All right, let's go on to a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in November? Appreciation. Talks about not only appreciating all that you've achieved in your life and all those important individuals, but appreciating yourself. Goes back to those frazzled pieces. We need to really be looking at that self-love, that self-care, that rest and rejuvenation in November. Yes, we can see some movement. However, we need to, again, balance that out and really be mindful of how we're feeling. And that's going to be an individual piece. And there may be days that you feel more able to do some movement and work. And other days where you really need to focus in on that rest and rejuvenation. All right, let's end off on December. What card symbolizes December for my water sign zodiac friends? That's the King of Swords. We started off on a king, actually on a king and queen, and we're going to end off on a king. That fully developed personality. You have gained so much knowledge over the last 12 months. And that knowledge is really going to set you up for 2021 and for this decade. Embracing that knowledge and using it to forward plan into 2021 and beyond. That king is going to be fantastic. in that support and in that role. Now we do have double kings. They're the 14th card in the minor arcana, and in angel messages, symbolizes a time of love and spiritual growth. Now, the King of Swords is not known for his emotion. Actually, he's known to be emotionless. However, the more you are able to use this knowledge to your advantage, forward plan, also reflect back to appreciate all that you've created and gotten through in the last year, the more you're going to be able to show yourself that love, because you're going to be able to intentionally forward plan and make some really positive choices for you and those around you. Let's look at the obstacle. What obstacle does my water sign zodiac friends face in December? The Four of Wands. I think this is actually the last wand that we were missing. The Four of Wands is a celebration card. The festivities begin in December. Let's be honest, in December we are very focused in on all those pieces of celebration, connection, and love. That balancing piece is going to be key. Yes, we want to celebrate. Yes, we need to really rejoice and appreciate our friends and loved ones. However, balance will be key, because we need to be able to also embrace the King of Swords. Now we do have multiple fours. We've got the Four of Swords, the four here. So we've got a number of fours. In angel messages, you're looking at a time that is essential to build that foundation, going back to that King. And we'll end off on a blessing. What blessing can my water sign zodiac friends embrace in December? Anxiety. When we start to forward plan and we start to reflect on all that has happened, we get a lot of, oh my gods, what if? That anxiety can really slow us down. Our ego has been intermittently showing its head, causing confusion, causing misdirection, causing some challenges here and there. In December, you're going to see that it really comes up and starts to push and push. That new year, all those pieces you need to accomplish. However, will you have enough time to connect in and forward plan? Making sure you take that time to ground and really check in to where those what ifs and oh my gods are coming from. So this is a map for my water sign zodiac for the next 12 months. Maps can change. When we start to work on and shift pieces, and if we shift them more than what that month had planned, or we turn and do a left turn unexpectedly, we shift this. It's a butterfly effect. So you can make decisions onto what you want for your 2020 to look like. It's free choice. It's our gift as humanity, is to have free choice. And we have free choice to embrace all or parts of this. Now, some of it we will have no control over because it incorporates other people, and they too have free choice. So they will impact this map as well. So mapping is a good idea to do throughout the year, just to see where you're at and how it corresponded to what this original map looked like. I do offer, and I have a link below to schedule private sessions with myself, the ability to connect in, and I can do this mapping process on an individual basis as well. I hope that you really enjoyed this video and that you were able to gain some insight and direction into what 2020 is going to offer you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. I've been given a lot of direction for 2020 and there's going to be a lot of new pieces. Plus, I am a fluid poster, which means I don't have a day or time that I post my videos. The best way to stay connected is through subscribing and through hitting that little red bell. Also, if you like this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces friends.